Time is fair to everyone, and there's one particularly important thing to remember. Things only truly matter when they are done at the right time. Time shows no favoritism, nor does it wait for anything. You can keep up with it, you can seize it, but you can fall behind, nor can you get ahead of it. No matter what's happening in your life today, you still have to face it. So, learn to live with time, walk with time, and grow with time. When an idea flashes through your mind, don't let it slip away, write it down. When you have a plan, don't just think about it, write it down. Develop the habit of taking notes. It could be a small notebook or an app on your phone. But most importantly, start recording your own life. This applies not only to working professionals but also to students. Because on your journey to adulthood, what you need to record is not just your studies, but also your goals, thoughts, dreams, shortcomings, and your own direction. In 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years, who do you want to be? Where do you want to live? How far do you want to go? What do you want your old age to look like? Write all of that down. If you have weaknesses today and want to change them in the next 6 months, write them down. If a valuable idea just popped into your head, write it down immediately. Because sometimes a short note today can become a major turning point tomorrow. Every great person has one thing in common. They rise to the top in their field. Whether it's Sachin Tendulkar on the cricket field, a movie star, or any successful name you admire, behind the glamour lies a never-ending habit: learning. They learn every day, accumulating knowledge little by little. Because in this life, knowledge is never wasted. You may not see results today, but one day it will become an advantage, a strength, and propel you further. Let me start with a question that might hit a little too hard. If your life looks almost identical 5 years from now, what will you tell yourself was the reason? The economy, your family, your boss, bad luck, timing? Most people reach outward because it hurts to admit the truth that actually sets you free. Your future is being built right now by routines so small you barely notice them. The most dangerous part is that they feel normal. That is how people lose years without a disaster and without a dramatic collapse. They keep doing what they have always done, and one day they wake up and realize they have been living inside a loop. I have spent years studying human behavior, coaching professionals, and watching the same pattern repeat in people who are successful on paper but secretly stuck inside. I have also rebuilt my own habits from scratch more than once. So I am not speaking to you like a motivational poster. I am speaking to you like a coach who has seen what actually changes a life. Bad habits do not just steal time, they steal choice. They create an invisible pressure that pushes your life downhill while you think you are deciding. The habit is deciding for you. Here is the part I want you to hold on to. You can become forced by good habits too. In the same way a bad habit pulls you toward comfort, a good habit can pull you toward strength until it becomes your default. That is when success stops being a wish and starts becoming a direction. Stay with me until the end, and I will give you a simple 1-week challenge that can flip your momentum fast. Before we go further, subscribe to the channel. If you want more deep, practical videos that help you build discipline, earn more, and live with more control, your subscription is what keeps this work going. Now drop the fantasy that you need a new personality. You do not. You need a new system. Most people are not lazy. They are simply running the wrong system. They wake up already behind. They spend the day reacting. They scroll at night to numb the stress and call it rest. Then the same loop starts again. So I want to guide you through 15 habits that successful people use to create money momentum, build respect, and stand out without being loud. This is not a checklist to impress yourself. This is a structure to rebuild your life from the inside out. Start with a quick mirror check. Think about the first 10 minutes after you wake up and the last 10 minutes before you sleep. Those bookends reveal your real system, not the one you talk about. If your mornings are chaotic and your nights are consumed by your phone, your future will feel chaotic too because your mind never gets a clean signal. The first habit is simple but not easy. Win the first battle of the day. Get up on the first alarm. When you hit snooze, you are not just borrowing a few minutes. You are practicing negotiation with comfort. You are teaching your brain that the soft voice is the boss. When you stand up on the first alarm even when you do not feel like it, you train identity. You say, I lead myself. That single act quietly improves everything that depends on self-control, focused work, hard conversations, saving money, and finishing what you start. If you are not a morning person, do not fake a new identity overnight. Shift your wake-up time a few minutes earlier every few days. Small changes done consistently become permanent. Extra time becomes extra space. Extra space becomes extra control. The second habit is to learn constantly but strategically. Not random learning. Not entertainment disguised as education. High earners are learners because they understand a brutal reality. Income follows value, and value rises when skills rise. Ask one honest question. What skill, if improved, would make me harder to replace in the next 90 days? Then pick one and commit. Communication, writing, sales, negotiation, leadership, project execution, technology tools, and systems or money skills. The fastest path is not learning everything. It is learning the right thing deeply enough to produce results. Build a simple ladder, learn the basics, practice daily. Create proof, real output, real results, a portfolio, a case study, a before and after. Then monetize through a raise, a new role, freelancing, or business. Most people stop at consuming information. They never build proof, so their learning stays invisible and unpaid. The third habit is to talk less and listen more. People think standing out means speaking more. It does not. Listening makes you powerful because you start hearing what others miss: motives, incentives, hidden fears, unspoken needs. That is where opportunity lies. Listening also protects your energy. Unnecessary talking leaks power through explanations, arguments, and ego. When you speak less, your words become heavier. Your presence becomes calmer. Your mind becomes clearer. Try this. Before you respond, pause for one breath. One breath interrupts emotional reactions and turns them into intentional answers. That single pause can save relationships and protect your reputation. The fourth habit is learning to agree and refuse with confidence. Boundaries are not a personality trait. They are a skill. If you cannot say no, you do not have a plan. You have a calendar full of other people as priorities. You are not here to become a puppet who says yes to everything. You are allowed to have standards. You are allowed to protect your future. Learn to refuse what does not match your values without guilt. Keep it short and calm. I cannot do that because I am focused on a commitment I made. The more you explain, the more people believe your no is negotiable. The fifth habit is taking smart risks before life forces painful ones. The biggest risk is playing safe forever because you fear embarrassment. The fear of looking foolish has buried more dreams than lack of talent. Smart risk is controlled. Small experiments, clear downsizing, a side project, a pitch, a new skill, a bold conversation. Set a simple rule. Make one bold ask each week. Ask for a meeting, a collaboration, a chance, a raise conversation, a new client, or a mentorship call. You stand out because you move while others hesitate. The sixth habit is giving yourself quiet time to understand yourself. 10 minutes alone. No phone, no music, no work. That silence feels uncomfortable because it removes the distraction that normally keeps you from hearing your real thoughts. But that discomfort is the doorway to clarity. In that 10 minutes, ask yourself what you are avoiding. What is draining you? What matters this week? Where are you right now, and where do you want to go? If you never sit with your mind, you will live inside everyone else's priorities. Think of it as a daily meeting with your future self. People who make good decisions are not always smarter. They are simply more aware. The seventh habit is decisive action. Many people stay stuck because they treat decisions like a trap. They keep everything open so nothing becomes real. They delay choosing a direction, leaving a draining situation, or starting the thing they cannot stop thinking about. Decision hurts for a moment. Indecision hurts for years. A wrong decision can be corrected. No decision creates decay. Shorten the distance between decision and action. When you decide, take a small step immediately. Send one email. Make one call. Schedule one meeting. Write the first paragraph. Build the first draft. Action makes the decision real. Create decision deadlines. If something matters, decide by a specific day and time, then act within 24 hours. Momentum loves speed. The eighth habit is respecting time like a non-renewable asset. Time is not just money. Time is your life. You cannot store it. You cannot rewind it. The most dangerous waste is not rest. Rest is necessary. The dangerous waste is mindless escape that leaves you empty. Most people do not plan their days. They surrender their days. Notifications schedule them. Other people's urgency controls them. Then they wonder why their goals never move. Choose daily protected blocks. One for building value through skill or income. One for health or relationships. Treat them like appointments because they are appointments with the life you say you want. The ninth habit is removing distractions aggressively because focus is a superpower. Your attention is being hunted all day. If you cannot protect it, you cannot build anything valuable. Turn off notifications that do not come from humans you truly need. Remove apps that do not pay you or heal you. Leave group chats that drain your mind. Put your phone in another room during your first deep work session. This is not about being extreme. It is about being free. When you reduce noise, your thinking sharpens. Your work improves. Your confidence rises because you start finishing what you start. The 10th habit is earning, saving, and investing with discipline while avoiding emotional spending. Many people leak money through identity purchases. They buy a feeling for a moment and call it a reward. Then the moment fades, but the cost stays. Use a delay rule. When you want something, wait 10 days. If you still want it and it aligns with your plan, buy it. Most impulse purchases die in the waiting period because they were never needs. They were emotions. Pay yourself first, even small amounts. Automate saving and investing. The amount matters less than the identity you build. You teach yourself, I am someone who builds. Consistent investing changes how you think long before the numbers get big because you stop living only for today. The 11th habit is choosing your environment and people with intention. You become the average of the voices you hear most. If you live around complaint, you start thinking in complaint. If you live around discipline, you start thinking in discipline. Negative people are not always evil. Sometimes they are just stuck and addicted to criticism. They see problems in everything. They punish growth because growth threatens their comfort. You do not have to hate them. You have to stop letting them train your mind. Reduce exposure, increase time with builders, and stop speaking negatively to yourself. The voice you repeat becomes the life you live. The 12th habit is capturing ideas and plans in writing. Your mind is not a safe storage device. If you get an idea and do not write it down, it often disappears. That is not lost creativity. That is lost opportunity. Keep one place for notes. Write goals, lessons, mistakes, and wins. Write the skills you want to build. Write the habits you must quit. Write what you want your life to look like in 5 years. When your life is written, it becomes visible. When it is visible, it becomes manageable. The 13th habit is health as a daily non-negotiable, because energy is the currency of success. People talk about time management and ignore energy management. You can have free time and still do nothing if your body and mind are exhausted. Do not overcomplicate it. Choose minimum effective consistency, movement every day, better sleep, cleaner food, simple strength, a short walk, a few minutes of breathing. Keep it easy enough to repeat. Your health shapes your focus, patience, mood, confidence, and resilience. It affects everything that creates money and reputation. The 14th habit is a positive attitude without delusion. Positivity is not pretending everything is fine. Positivity is believing you can handle what comes next. A calm person stands out in a world full of panic. When you smile, you are not hiding pain. You are signaling resilience. You tell your brain, we are still moving. And sometimes your calm becomes someone else's strength. The 15th habit is responsibility beyond yourself. I will be firm here. Success without character is failure with a nice outfit. If your progress only makes you richer and colder, it is not growth, it is ego. The strongest people I have met are useful. They contribute, they respect others. They do small acts that create dignity around them. Help someone quietly. Clean up after yourself. Be generous with respect. Make the room better, not louder. This is not just morality, it is practical. Character builds trust. Trust opens doors money cannot buy. Now I do not want you to leave inspired and unchanged. I want you to leave with a plan you can execute. For the next 7 days, do not attempt all 15 habits. Do 5 things only. Wake up and stand up on the first alarm. Do one focused work block with your phone away. Learn a marketable skill for 20 minutes. Write a few lines at night about what went right and what you will fix tomorrow. Do one small act of service for someone else. If you do that for a week, you will feel something rare. Control. Not the fake confidence that comes from consuming content, but the real confidence that comes from action. You will start trusting yourself again, and that trust is the foundation of every upgrade you want. When you slip back into the old loop, do not panic. That does not mean you failed. It means you are human. The difference now is you can see the loop, and once you can see it, you can change it. Stay consistent long enough, and the good habits start pushing you forward automatically. You stop forcing yourself every day because the system starts carrying you. That is when you stop chasing success and start becoming the kind of person who creates it. If you are committing to the challenge, comment 7 days so I know you are in. And if you have not subscribed yet, do it now, because the next videos will go even deeper into the habits that build real wealth, real discipline, and a life you respect. Success rarely shows up as a loud miracle. Most of the time, it arrives as a quiet pattern you repeat when nobody is watching. That's what these 15 habits really are, a pattern that upgrades your choices, your focus, your money, and your character. When you win the first alarm, you are not just waking up early, you are proving to yourself that comfort doesn't run your life. When you learn strategically, you stop consuming information and start building skills the market actually pays for. When you listen more than you speak, set boundaries, and take smart risks, you become the kind of person others respect and opportunities naturally move toward. And when you protect your time, cut distractions, invest consistently, and take care of your health, you are no longer living on emotional impulse, you are living with structure. The final habit, responsibility, is what keeps all the others from turning you into a successful person with an empty life. Because real success is not only what you earn, it's what you become while earning it. The deeper lesson is simple and uncomfortable. Your life is not mainly shaped by big events. It's shaped by repeated decisions that feel small. The good news is that small decisions are the easiest ones to change. Start by choosing one habit that gives you the highest leverage, then repeat it until it becomes automatic. For most people, the fastest leverage comes from 3 moves. Wake up on the first alarm, protect a daily focus block with your phone away, and spend 20 minutes building one marketable skill. Add a short nightly reflection and one small act of service, and you will feel your identity shift from I try to I do. That shift is where momentum begins. Now I want to hear from you. Which one habit will you commit to for the next 7 days? If you find this video helpful, and it might be useful to you in some way in your life, please subscribe to support the channel and give us the motivation to produce more valuable videos.